What is up, everybody? Hey, we did it. We are here, man. Holy cow. It's welcome to Duct Tape Dynasty, Thursday night edition. We're checking in, getting things started for, I guess, the NFL season. It's the off season, so we don't have an official Thursday show going on right now. But what we are doing is talking a little bit of free agency. We had some news. I think you might have heard about it. Actually, 500,000 stinking people logged in for Aaron Rodgers live, by the way, live. 500,000 concurrent viewers on YouTube to see Aaron Rodgers announce what we all knew he was going to announce, which is he's going to the Jets, right? Anyway, we did a surprise show last night and had a slight react, whatnot. Still, hey, by the way, if you haven't, welcome to Duct Tape Dynasty. I don't have an official show name. I mean, I refer to myself as Duct Tape Dad. My real name's Josh. I have lots and lots of nicknames and call signs and whatnot, but we can get to that. Maybe we'll have a naming competition thing someday, but we'll see. Anyway, this is our little podcast. Just for fun. It's something I started with the boys. We do some Formula One watch-alongs. We do some other silly things here and there. Just an excuse to get together and create something that I can someday look back on and have memories with them, you know? I mean, now that we're getting into the digital age, it used to be that you had photo albums and whatnot. Then it went to digital photos. We've all got 1,000 photos on our phones, but now we are in the digital age of the YouTubes and whatnot. So we get to create these videos. It's a bunch of fun. I'm not here to get famous, nor do I think I could. I think my claim to fame is that we are the best 30 subscriber show on the internet, a sports show on the internet. Right now, actually, I think we're at 36 subscribers, though. That just means that we peaked about 6 subscribers ago. So it's all downhill from here, folks. Anyway, thanks for joining us. By the way, let's look. Okay, so 500,000 tuned in for for Aaron Rodgers. We got 4. We're going places, people. Anyway, I thank you for joining us. Man, I tell you what, it has been trial and error over the last few weeks. A lot has been going on. You know, obviously, a lot of content's been going out. But really, I mean, I say trial and error. I've been trying to get this thing figured out, get this thing dialed in. This is just me and a little MacBook Air or something trying to make this program work. I've been trying to do a FaceTime thing because that's a big thing, right? Okay, our primary show is this show, I guess, which is our NFL show. And it's just basically a picks. Every week I go through and I was making my picks. Then family started to watch and they started to chime in. And I said, well, hey, let's keep track of it. And there was a group of us that started keeping track of things and whatnot, had a little competition at the end of last year. And actually, let's see. I think let me introduce. We had an introduction last night to them, but let's go ahead and let's introduce them again. These are, ladies and gentlemen, what has effectively been named the Mighty Ducks, with a T at the end. We don't want to get a copyright violation. We can't say Mighty Ducks because that's a hockey team. Anyway, so obviously you see me on the left. That's my father-in-law right next to me there, Wally Thurmayland. That's his son, the crazy one there, and the, Santa Claus-looking guy. That's Dave. That's my brother. That's brother-in-law, unless he does something dumb, or excuse me, he's my brother unless he does something dumb, and then he's my brother-in-law. Next to that, that's Chris. That's the Colonel. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 30-something years of military service and pride. That boy is a hero. I salute you, sir. The Colonel. That is Chris. That is Uncle Chris. He retired a colonel in the military. Great dude. Next to him, that is his son, Bo. Bo is awesome. Gosh, if there's a social media lead for us right now, he's it. I tell you what, him and Andrew, which is that guy right there in that Vikings jersey, thumbs up. Andrew is cousin Andrew around here. He's, I guess, officially my nephew. He's, Mary's sister's son. So whatever that makes him. Whatever. So that's our crew. All right, that's us. We are the Mighty Ducks. And tonight, we actually have the pleasure of, and I'm about to bring him on, Uh, I think I got this figured out. Let's see if the sound actually works this time, guys. Here he comes. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew. What's up, dude?
Let's go. Can everybody hear me?
Holy smokes. I hope it works. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? We're just
Say something
trying
in the
this
chat
out.
if you can hear me.
This is just an experiment, man. We're just, holy smokes, we're up to 5, Andrew.
We're at
5
5?
concurrent watches. You multiply
Holy
that
cow.
by 100,000 and we are on par with that McAfee. Anyway.
I think we could hit that.
Yeah, sure, someday, right? No. Anyway, like I said, not here to get famous, just here to have fun. I wish I could do this for a job, but let's be honest. I'm no Pat McAfee. But nonetheless, I'm here with family. This is our family show. We have a great time. Andrew, dude, what's up? How are you? How you been?
I'm doing good.
Where
I'm on
are
spring
you
break.
right now?
I'm in my apartment in Bozeman,
Bozeman,
in
Montana.
Montana. So thousands of miles apart between you and me.
Yes, sir.
But I'm on spring break right now, so it was the perfect time to, hop on, talk to you all week, and say, let's get this going.
Awesome. Well, dude, I am so pumped to have you. This is incredible. This is the first, I think, FaceTime call that is working properly. I think. I don't know. I can't hear it. You sound great in my ears. But, dude, I'm pumped to have you. Anyway, tonight's show, what we're doing is we are actually doing a what are we doing? Okay, let me explain something, folks. I have put so much effort into putting this stinking show together because I am so computer illiterate that it took me so much time and effort to put these slides, as I call them, whatever, these graphics up. That like I called up Andrew and got him on the phone and said, dude, what am I going to talk about? Like, I got nothing left, man. I am fried. And I worked all day, obviously. And I mean, we all did. But anyway, here we are. So Mount Rushmore episode, we are going to go through for our Mighty Ducks. They are our, if we have contributing editors, that's our contributing editors. So when I say we, I know you always say me, but it is we. I'm talking about those Mighty Ducks that we just introduced. Those will be the guys who are contributing when we do our picks. Those are going to be the ones we keep track of. Of course, you all are always invited to come along, put your picks in the chat. We'll try to keep track of them as best we can. You can keep track of them. Try to beat me. Good luck. Not going to happen. Anyway,
Ooh,
by the way,
words.
Andrew, right here, we have royalty. How'd you do on that Super Bowl week?
Oh, you had to bring that up, didn't you?
Super Bowl
You
royalty.
had to bring that up.
Perfect record in the Super Bowl.
In the toilet bowl for the Super Bowl, I went a perfect 0-3 on everything we picked.
Yes, sir. Perfect record in the Super Bowl. Anyway, yeah, so Andrew, welcome, but you did bring in last place last year. So
hey, I joined it like the last quarter of the season.
Whatever.
So
I created
place.
an entirely different category of, I started keeping track as if
Good point.
we had kind of what would that be? That would be PA pre-Andrew and PA post-Andrew, whatever. You get it. Anyway, I'm dumb. So let's rock and roll. Let's get through these things. But actually, no. We need to talk a few things. There's, free agency happened. Obviously Aaron Rodgers, whatever. We came on last night. We hashed that out. Everybody's heard it. Everybody knew it was coming. We don't need to necessarily talk about it. I do want to hear though. What do you think? Are the Jets going to do anything?
I think they will. I know it sounds like everything's squared away, and it's just the trade. Help me find the right word here. The trade.
The formalities.
The trade. Yeah. The trade stuff. That's the big thing. That's the hiccup. Because it sounded. Aaron Rodgers said, "I have intentions of playing in New York."
Yes.
Which, that's awesome for me as a Minnesota Vikings fan. Skull Vikes.
Yeah, get him out of Green Bay, right?
Getting him out of there because Jordan Love. Who cares?
Yeah, he's no. I mean, dude, that franchise, the Green Bay Packers, going from Favre to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they've had some incredible QB play there for the last
QBs for the last 30 years.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that is literally my NFL watching, remembrance kind of era is Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't know anything else. So I don't know what it's going to be like to. I mean, let's face it. Aaron Rodgers is good football. A lot of people don't like him. Whatever. The dude can spin it. I said it last night. I'll always say it. The dude can spin the ball. He is good football. He's so much fun to watch. Green Bay has always been so much fun to watch. I don't know how fun they're going to be to watch. Jordan Love.
It's going to be fun to watch the Vikings beat them. That's all I can say.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm going to talk trash. As much as I respect football and good football, I'm not above talking a little trash.
Well, you got to. You got to. It keeps it fun. So anyway, my mind's fried, as we talked about. Tell me about what's going on in free agency. What do you have? I know you took a lot of notes. So hit me with something good. Now, actually, I saw something today. It was right before I started putting this together, and I know I just asked you a question, then I stepped on top of it. Sorry, my bad. Whatever. We're getting to it. I saw a thing right before I came on. Something about is Zeke going to New York? Did I see Zeke Elliott going to New York?
I did not see that. I saw Zeke Elliott cut from the Dallas Cowboys, and Tony Pollard got franchise tagged. So they want Tony Pollard, and they were like, after 7 years of Zeke, get out of town. I haven't seen him going anywhere else, but I have been.
Maybe it was just a wishful thinking thing. I don't know. If somebody in the chat knows, let us know. One of our 5 viewers, of which I am one because I'm looking at it right there.
I think I'm one too.
So we got 2. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so whatever. Aaron Rodgers, all that stuff. Zeke, who knows? Maybe we'll find out if it shows up in the comments. What else happened out there? So you go now.
All right, so I'm pulling up my major Word doc spreadsheet.
Yes.
Big thing I noticed. So Derek Carr went from Las Vegas Raiders, put on a heck of a show at the skills competition at the Pro Bowl, which we covered.
Yes.
And is now a New Orleans Saint.
Yes. He is a great quarterback when nobody's in his face.
Right.
Yeah.
And they still re-signed Jameis to back him up for a year.
Yeah,
so
man.
We'll see how that goes.
Poor Jameis. Like, he went out there, and I thought he was going to, revitalize his career, and it just...
He's just getting stepped on by everybody.
He just can't. Anyway, okay, so we had the Derek Carr move. Yes, that was big. He can cry in New Orleans now. What else did we have?
So keeping on the Vegas train, they got rid of Derek Carr, but they picked up Jimmy Garoppolo from the San Francisco 49ers to be their new starting QB.
That's right. Jimmy G. How do you like that move? Injury prone.
It's not who I would have picked. Honestly, I have coworkers that are Raiders fans, and they were wanting Aaron Rodgers. They were singing his praises.
Everybody does. I want Aaron Rodgers. I got Justin Herbert. I want Aaron Rodgers.
Heck, I'll say I want Aaron Rodgers for Minnesota so we can do a Brett Favre part 2 and really make the Green Bay fan mad.
Well, maybe he'll get there.
Mad.
Maybe he'll get there.
To the Jets.
I mean,
that's where Favre went before Minnesota.
We're part way there. So, anyway, okay, sorry. Continue.
No, you're good. That was the biggest one.
Yep.
Another one I noticed.
By the way, sidetrack. Okay, this is my brain right now. What do you think of our little logo I made there? The football thing.
Let me get back on the chat screen.
Yes.
Oh, that's dope. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I obviously I can't put the NFL logo up there, so I've got to make my own logos. I was really proud of the one I made for F1, so I came up with this one, and I don't know. I don't know if this is the final version, but anyway. So what else? All right, give me another big one, and then let's get into why we are here, because I tell you what, there's some surprises with this vault, the sports vault that we are opening up tonight. So anyway.
That's true. You said one. I'm going to give you 2 because one kind of has a mutual interest with us. The first one, our mutual interest point, middle linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings, Eric Kendricks, was sadly released from the Vikings.
Yes.
But he signed a 2-year, $13.25 million contract with your LA Chargers.
San Diego Chargers.
We share a common linebacker, and he went back home. He was from UCLA.
Yes. They're not LA. Gosh darn it.
I know
I'm
they're
from
not
San
LA,
Diego.
but
Look, I was born in San Diego. That's why the Chargers are my team, man. It still just burns me that they're the LA Chargers. I can't say it, dude. They're the San Diego
oh,
stinking Chargers. Go home, Chargers.
the
Man,
Vegas Raiders sounds weird to me too. It's Oakland.
that does. But man, the Raiders have bounced around. They were LA Raiders, Oakland Raiders, this Raider, that Raider. Yeah,
True.
whatever. You know, it's like the Rams as well as St. Louis, LA, St. Louis, LA. Anyway, all right. So you said you had two. That was one.
Yep. The last one, which I think is the biggest one, the Carolina Panthers acquire the first overall pick in the 2023
Oh,
draft
yes.
from the Chicago Bears.
So what's the move?
So what they gave up, the Bears received the ninth pick overall in this draft, the 61st pick. So 2 picks from this year already from Carolina. They get a 2024, so next year, first round pick. They get a second round pick in 2025, and the Bears get wide receiver DJ Moore. All of that for the first overall pick for Carolina.
Man, I tell you what, it's goes back to that, and I'm a McAfee consumer. Okay, it goes back to shoot. Now I even lost the point. Okay, you tell me that again. You were just saying. Sorry, dude. I just totally lost that.
Which one?
This last point you were just making. I lost my thought.
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
selling
Okay, that's
the
it.
entire
That's it.
farm.
That's it. It's the whole. Are we a picks team or are we a veterans team? You know, it's like.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but the other LA team, they said, you know, F them picks or whatever, and they went out and got Stafford, and they went and did that, and they win a Super Bowl. You know, they said, heck with the picks. You know, let's go with what we know. I think if it was up to me, I think I would go with the known thing as well. Because, yes, you can hit and get a Tom Brady, but the likelihood is so small, man. I tell you, it's tough.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It sounds a lot like just the number of stuff that Carolina gave up to get the first pick. It just reminds me of the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner, where he's the GM of the Browns and just sells the entire farm to get the overall pick.
Yep. That two philosophies. We'll see how it works. I don't think it'll work. We'll see, but who knows? Maybe Tom Brady 2.0 is going to Carolina. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
think
see
Tom
it in
Brady
this.
2.0. I think Tom Brady 2.0 is sitting in San Francisco, but
You think
that's
so?
me. Mr. Irrelevant?
Boy, that was fun last year, wasn't it?
I think that might be Brady 2.0. I don't know. We'll see.
Would be fun. I'm all for it. I hope so. Hey, let's get to our show, okay? The show.
Yes.
The show within the
Yes.
show. The Sports Vault. Let's open it up, dude. We're going right to your picks. We're going to go, the way we're going is we're going to go current. So what we're doing, okay, Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. We're doing current quarterbacks and then all time. So we're going to go current first, and then we're going to go all time. So let's see what Andrew has out there. All right. I saw Mahomes go by there. We've got a Joe Burrow. I like those two. Jalen Hurts. Okay. Who was the first one? We've got a long. See, look, this is my. Okay, there it goes. So Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Let's see. I've got my scroll set too slow. Yeah, see, we've already dropped down to 3 people watching. the 2 followers we had dropped off. Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts. Okay, I like it. It's not bad. There's some other guys out there though. What about Aaron Rodgers? Is he on your list?
He was not on my list for the sake of the fact that when I made this list, he did not say what he was doing yet.
We all knew. He was playing.
We figured out of his darkness retreat, seeing whales and such, he was going to play. But I was going off the mentality of, okay, I don't know, so I'm going to factor it out.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd probably swap him for Jalen Hurts if I factored him
there
back
you go.
in.
I think so as well. There's some other boys out there that, I mean, there's some good quarterbacks out there right now. So, but we will see. We'll see. I know they'll come up in other lists, and I'm all about it. So that's exciting. So let's go to your all-time list now.
My
And
all-time list. I like this.
so
one.
we start off Joe Montana. Not going to argue there. Peyton Manning. Can't argue with you there. Peyton Manning took all of 15 seconds or something to get voted into the Hall of Fame. Then we got Tom Brady and Dan Marino. Oh, interesting. Dan Marino. Dan Marino, of all the quarterbacks out there, why Dan Marino? I mean, I'm talking, there's a lot of other quarterbacks out there. Why Dan Marino?
Okay, so I've got my 4. I'll break down all 4, and we'll hit the Marino point last.
Hit me with the Marino.
Marino first? All right.
Yeah.
I picked Marino first because, for the sole fact, he had all of the records, pretty much, until Drew Brees came and beat them all. And every single record that you see when they're talking about this quarterback's beating this record, it's Dan Marino, Dan Marino, Dan Marino. It's all his stuff, and they mention him. And the fact of the era he played in, late 80s, 90s, that his era, he was a gunslinger, the stat holder, and just based on how he played, I think he would do a decent job in today's NFL if he was playing today because of everything he put up stat-wise. That was only beaten, 6 years ago?
He never
maybe?
got the Super Bowl, though. I mean, as good as he was, he doesn't
That's
have the
because
Super
he was
Bowl.
going up against one of my other Mount Rushmore people for
Okay.
the Super Bowl he was in.
And that is?
Montana.
Yeah, there you go. Which nobody's going to argue with Montana.
No, he's the GOAT minus Brady's Super Bowl numbers.
Right.
Brady's on there because I have
How do you argue?
I have never known an NFL season in my life without Tom Brady in it.
Yeah.
If that dates myself.
Holy
for everybody.
smokes. That's right. Yeah. Wow. Oh, geez.
Until the first snap of 2023, I have never known a season without Tom Brady.
Well, he still might play. We'll see. I don't
It's
think
true.
so.
He might go to Miami.
But, yeah. So Peyton Manning then. Give me your Peyton Manning point.
He's the sheriff.
Yeah.
If you have a nickname as a quarterback, you're on the
if you're on a one-name basis, you're the man. So,
and he's the first quarterback in NFL history to have 2 Super Bowl wins with 2 different teams.
yes.
That being the Colts and the Broncos. That, I think, is good enough to just get him on there.
The fact that the dude won one with the Colts.
Not even factoring in his out-of-football stuff with all of the crazy commercials he has been doing.
Oh, my gosh. The guy's a money pit. He's the reason I think McAfee actually ends up at ESPN. He is the reason I think so. Because he is so tied in with ESPN and, all those watch-alongs and things that happened this year. His, McAfee on the sidelines of the National Championship, McAfee on the sidelines of the semifinal. That was all Peyton Manning. That was all through Omaha Network, which is partnered with ESPN. And
right.
I mean, I know I did a hot take or whatever, but I think I do. I think he's going to ESPN, and I think the one thing he's going to do, though, I think McAfee just says, look, boys, I'll come to ESPN, but the show remains free, okay? It needs to be on the free side of the firewall. That's it. And I think ESPN's going to be like, yeah, no problem. No problem.
That's how you get 500,000 people watching your show.
Concurrently for an announcement. I mean, you want to talk? You know what? I don't know. I don't think I hashtagged Aaron Rodgers in the description of this. I should have done it because he obviously brings huge numbers all the time. So, all right. Well, let's keep it moving. Hey, that's a McAfee thing. Let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
We got Bo up. Bo is up next. So let's see what Bo has for his current quarterbacks. He's going to go Aaron Rodgers. Not going to argue. Patrick Mahomes. I like it. We're doing good so far. Joe Burrow. And then Jalen Hurts. Dude, okay. The Jalen Hurts one, I mean... And now, don't get me wrong. I'm a Jalen Hurts fan all the way, dude. Jalen Hurts, rock and roll. I love what he's doing. He's the hardest worker out there. I'm all about that. In fact, in Formula One, my favorite driver, Carlos Sainz, is the reason he's my favorite is because of the fact that he's the hardest worker out there. So Jalen's a huge hard worker. Dude outworks everybody, and it obviously is doing something because, boy, did he put on a show this season. But. Is he the top 4 currently in the NFL? Well, I don't know, dude. there's some other boys out there, and they're on some other people's lists. But I don't know. I don't know. The Jalen Hurts one, I have a little bit of trouble with. Granted, yeah. Anyway, I've seen a little more from Joe Burrow, and seen it, a couple of seasons now. Jalen had an insane season this last season. If he does it again next year, yeah, he might be in the conversation. Let's move on to. Go ahead.
If you were doing fantasy football Mount Rushmore and you didn't put Jalen Hurts on there, you'd be insane. He is a fantasy football gold mine.
Yeah, now that's a whole different category.
we'll
Fantasy
get to
football.
That probably some other day.
Dude, yeah. Some other show, some other day, some other time. It's just a miracle that we've actually got this thing working right now. I can't believe this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what are we on? We're on Bo's current picks. Let's go to Bo's all-time picks. Bo is going to go with a Joe Montana, a Peyton Manning. Hey, sounds like a couple familiar names, rightfully so. Tom Brady, okay. Who's going to argue there? But then this one, John Elway.
There it is. Bronco. Homer.
Yeah. Bo's a little bit of a homer there, man. Now, the Peyton Manning one, I think that would have been on there regardless, but then you throw on the fact that he had the Super Bowl in Denver, of course, and the fact that he even played in Denver. Of course, he's going to be on Bo's list. But I don't know, dude. I don't know, Bo. That's a little tough. The old John Elway, actually. John Elway he's
good.
The dude's legit.
He put together, wasn't it The Drive? Wasn't that him?
He put together a lot of stuff. John Elway is. He is. He's not in. He can fit in a lot of Rushmore discussions. I think he's arguable. Does he have 2 Super Bowls? Did he get 2? 1 or 2?
I don't remember.
I thought he got 2. I don't know. Somebody will look it up. Anyway, so that's Bo's. Okay, let's go to Dave. Dave is in the chat. What's up, brother? Sounds good. He says we sound good. This is awesome. I love it. Let's do it. Okay. So, by the way, I know you can't see it because you've got you're using your phone, but all these graphics and whatnot, man, they look awesome.
I can see a little bit.
I am so excited about it, because that's all the work is putting all these graphics and all this together, and I'm just excited that it's working. Like, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, I don't even know what to talk about, man. I've put all my effort into just making the display, which is what I love. I absolutely love production work. It's what I do at our church. I volunteer in production, and I've done that for like 20 years, dude. And I absolutely, if I could do this as a job, I'm not saying I have to be a dude on a microphone. If I could do production as a job, I would do it all day long. I could build these things. I would love it.
Zito.
Yeah, I would love to be Zito, dude. I would love to be Zito's assistant. Anyway, but
Elway has 2 rings, according to Dave. Elway has 2.
Elway has 2. I thought he had 2. So, hey, Dave, by the way, we figured out the freaking FaceTime thing. This is awesome. So next time it's going to work. Next time. Anyway, all right. So that was Bo. That's Bo's all time. Let's go to Dave's current QBs. Dave is going to go Trevor Lawrence. Now, there's a name that I was kind of talking about that I thought we might see. Patrick Mahomes. Of course, Patrick Mahomes. 2, how you going to? Joe Burrow, duh, right? And then Aaron Rodgers. That's a solid list, Dave. That is a solid list. Let's see if I can find something to argue with. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence might be the only one that we could, I don't want to say argue, but that's the one that, from that list, if I had to pick one to maybe contend with, I would argue that one, yeah. And in fact, I think my list looks a lot like this, but one different. So let's move on to Dave's.
I think I know you're different.
Yeah. Well, when we get there, let's see if you predicted it. So what do you think? Cool. Anything else? Joe Burrow, duh. Patrick Mahomes, he's an MVP. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He's a 2-time MVP. Yeah, that's right. 2-time MVP. Because Aaron Rodgers didn't win it this year. Like, oh my gosh, right? Anyway, Joe Burrow, the TOVID MVP. Joe Burrow on there. You can't argue with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's awesome.
Yeah.
But let's go to Dave's all-time list and see what he's got on there. So maybe fade. There it is. Peyton Manning. Not going to argue with you
3
there,
for
David.
3.
Yep. Tom Brady. Surprise,
3 for 3.
surprise. Brett Favre.
Ooh.
Now, I would like to say some things, but McAfee's getting sued. So
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm just going to avoid that. And then the last one is Joe Montana. I mean, duh. Dave, solid work, my friend. Peyton Manning, can't argue. Tom Brady, duh, the GOAT. Brett Favre would be the only one that, if I have to pick one to argue, Brett Favre is it. And there's just some other names. Again, this one looks very familiar to what you might see on mine. I'd really like to see or hear what you would think would be different on my all-time
Here's what
list.
I think would be different.
Yeah, I'd like to. So anyway, we'll see. So I'll tell you that my list is similar to his. Anyway, let's go to Chris though. Let's go to Chris. Chris, current quarterbacks. This is good old Uncle Chris. Chris is going to go Trevor Lawrence. Again, there's one I can argue about. He's going to go Jalen Hurts. Okay, that's a couple arguables. And now, of course, I get a long pause because I didn't set this up quite right. But anyway, Josh Allen, not going to argue with you there. Josh Allen, solid. Patrick Mahomes. Okay, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, no problem. I like it. I love it. Want some more of it. It's great. Trevor Lawrence, okay. Chris, okay. Jalen Hurts, again, I say it. We had the one good season. Give me another good season, and I'll say, yeah, okay, good. Yeah, maybe. What do you think? What do you think of that list? So we've got, again, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, duh, right? No arguments there. But then we got Trevor Lawrence. And who was the last one? I mean, I tell you, when I say my mind is fried.
Or did you say Burrow?
No, it's Jalen Hurts.
Hurts. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he had Josh Allen on there too.
He doesn't. Does he have Josh Allen? Yeah, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and then Trevor Lawrence and whatever. I don't know.
I think
the one I really want to go to is the next one, though. Heck with this. Heck with that. We've talked about these quarterbacks. Look at this list. This is the one I want to talk about. Okay, so here we are. Chris and his all-time list, right? I'm going to let this feed through. You can't see it. The timing is incorrect for you, but I'm going to let this pass by. There goes Brett Favre. Okay, whatever. So here we go. Here comes the list. From the beginning, we've got Joe Montana. No argument. Joe Montana is the GOAT. Not going to argue with that. John Elway. Okay, he's in the discussion. Got it. Drew Brees.
All time?
Interesting. Brett Favre. Interesting. There are two names missing from this list that. Does Chris watch football?
At least
he's got
at least post 2000 and whenever Brees retired.
I mean, dude. Hello, Tom Brady. Anybody? Peyton Manning. Anybody? Like, Chris, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Chris said, okay, so I called him out on it on text message. I had you guys all text message me individually so that you wouldn't see each other's list. He sent me this list and I called him out. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Come on, man. Where is Tom Brady? He has a big problem and a big take on Tom Brady. And so I'm going to leave it at that. Because I'm going to actually, now that we figured out this FaceTime thing, I'm going to get him on FaceTime one time and have him explain this because it's illogical. I mean, I can't sit here and try to work my brain, especially not today, through how you arrive at leaving Tom Brady off that list. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, Brady just for 22 years, 7 Super Bowls, and like 12 appearances or something like that alone is enough to be on a Mount Rushmore list.
Yeah. I mean,
how do I say this? Brett Favre, sure, fine, whatever. opinions aside, McAfee lawsuit, all that stuff. We'll move on from that.
Yeah.
The one I'm confused about, or really like questioning, which I want to hear on the live stream or the FaceTime, is Drew Brees.
Dude.
He's good, and he's a future Hall of Famer, I think. But
Brees is in there.
Not all time.
Dude, yeah, that's a tough take, Chris. That is a tough take. Brees, and hey, I'm a San Diego guy. I'm a Charger guy. Brees is our boy. We made Brees. Okay, I liked Brees. I loved watching him. I was so sad when we got rid of him, but I still followed him like he was one of our own. While he was in Louisiana there, and it was awesome to see him win a Super Bowl. So excited for him. But bro, him or Tom Brady?
Brady.
Hello. Anyway, not worth it. Not worth it, Chris. You, sir, owe us an explanation. I can't wait to hear it. Let's keep moving.
I want to hear this.
Let's keep moving. Here's my list, and I want you to argue. Let's find one from each of my lists. I want to know.
Before we get to that,
okay.
If you don't scroll yours, we do have an all-time from Wally in the chat. I had him type it. He did get us an all-time.
Oh, no.
But not a current.
Okay, what is it?
Okay. This is definitely going to date things compared to the rest of us.
All right, give it to me.
All-time for Wally, and I'm not going to argue some of these picks. Terry Bradshaw.
Okay.
Roger Staubach.
Yeah.
Bob Greasy. And Fran Tarkenton.
Bro, what is with the old people?
I'm not going to argue.
Did you stop watching
Staubach.
football in 2001? Tom Brady was in the Super Bowl every other year for 20 years and won half of them, almost. You know, I mean, I've got a hair like right here. It's a Bailey hair, the St. Bernard hair. Anyway, but dude, Wally, I love you, bro. That's a rough take. Now, granted, you didn't have time to prepare. I'll give him a little bit of slack because he didn't quite come in last in the league last year. That was you. So anyway, so let's get to my list. Whatever. So here we go. Currently, Aaron Rodgers, surprise, right? You can't. Sorry, try arguing. But here's the one. Well, I'll let that one go by. I'll say them. There's going to be one that I know you'll argue, but I was kind of surprised he got left off of everybody else's list. So Josh Allen. So Josh Allen, that's obvious. Patrick Mahomes, duh, right? Can't argue there. Aaron Rodgers, good luck arguing with that. Tovid MVP. A little bit of home love here. Justin Herbert.
There it is.
Yeah.
Called it.
Do it.
100%.
Yep. Justin Herbert. Dude, that boy can spin the ball. I mean, he's got a dummy for a coach, but he can spin it, dude. So anyway, I had to throw some love his way. You know, there's probably, honestly, okay, Joe Burrow probably in there. Yeah, probably in front of Justin Herbert. But I no, not today, bucko. It's my show.
Okay.
Justin Herbert.
That's true. I'll play my card on that one. Herbert, for current, was like honorable mention on my list. But he was like honorable mention, like out of the ranking, he'd be like number 6.
Yeah.
Honorable mention number 2. Dave just said, or Wally just said, what has he won? A lot of heart attack inducing games. That's what he's done.
The one thing he's won is the Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Year. You know, they have to say it that way now because it's all sponsored and all that. That was his one thing he won. But he has an idiot for coach. Yeah,
and I think he's good. He's definitely solid. He can sling the rock. We've seen that, especially him at Oregon. He did awesome. He's
By the way,
a part of this new regime. He is a part of the new, like, the dynasty of quarterbacks. Like, the last one was Roethlisberger, Brady, Rivers, all that stuff. And Aaron Rodgers is the last one of that generation. Herbert's a part of the new one.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit.
Herbert's going to get a bag of money, dude. It's coming. He's getting a bag of money.
And his older brother played for Montana State as a wide receiver.
Well,
so, I got to get that plug.
Actually, I was going to throw this in before Oregon offered Justin Herbert. You know he was coming to Montana State, right?
because his brother played here.
Yeah,
the
he was
receiver.
on his way to Montana State.
I wish he would have done
I know.
that. Man, I wish he would have
Come
done that. That
on.
was so cool.
Yeah, anyway, let's
won
get
the
to my
national
all-time
championship right now.
list here. Here we go. We got to keep this moving. I'm dragging this show along. It's our 4 followers, our 4 watchers are probably getting bored. Anyway, all-time list. Tom Brady. Duh. Good luck arguing with that. I'm going to let my last one go by. You can't see it yet. You will. But okay, here we go. I'm going to let the list start. So Joe Montana. No argument. No argument. Peyton Manning. Good luck arguing that one. Tom Brady. 7 Super Bowl rings. In the Super Bowl every other year for 20 years. Roger Staubach. And that's a little bit of a throw, a little bit of a nod to, I got my podcast start on a different show called Faithletic. Great couple guys, Kyle and Dan, do that show. Dan is a diehard. He's the guy that runs the show. Die hard Cowboys fan. I mean, like die hard. Anyway, he's always Roger Staubach this, Roger Staubach that. And you know what? The dude, he deserves to be on an all-time list. So Wally.
He named the Hail Mary.
Wally, yes. I'll give Wally the nod on Roger Staubach. He's on my list as well.
A couple names that were missing from all-time lists where I was like, I wanted to see what happened.
Okay.
I said Steve Young as an honorable mention last show I was on.
Okay. Yeah.
I had Elway as an honorable mention. One I didn't hear from anybody, and this goes back to the Cowboys. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. Aikman.
Boy, they had a good run, didn't they?
I think Aikman gets or the Cowboys.
I think Aikman gets played down because of Emmitt Smith. I think that's why. But I mean, dude, at that time, I mean, he had some dogs out there, man. He was throwing to Michael Irvin. Aikman. You could argue that one. One. Anyway, all right, dude, we're getting a little bit long in the tooth here. We've been on for 45 minutes. But, dude, we made this happen. It actually worked. Can you believe this?
No, but it's awesome. I'm so excited to see that it's working.
Yes.
Working well.
So anyway, this I guess wasn't a test. This maybe was the first, okay, we kind of got it together show. I was a little rough on the delivery, I think. My brain absolutely fried. Absolutely fried.
That's just fine.
But hey, so I think we're going to at least take 1 week off. It's the NFL offseason. Officially, the show doesn't start until the NFL season. And then the way this works is every Thursday, I've been going on a half hour before the Thursday night game, and we do all our picks then. We kind of just mortar through them, some little quick takes here and there. I don't want to keep people very long. I'm not Pat McAfee, so I don't keep people entertained like he does. So, I mean, a 45-minute show for me is like, holy cow. I mean, I don't know if anybody's watching at that point. Not me. Not on me. They're not watching me. So maybe on a guest, but maybe on you, bro. They're watching you. So
I doubt it.
So, but anyway, this is awesome. The bottom line is we got this thing working. Our little family pick'em show is going to happen. And, oh, man, you know what? Dang it. Had I thought of it earlier, I would have put it up here. I need to put a picture of our trophy for next year, the grand prize.
Oh, that's right.
So not sure when I'm going to have another NFL show. Obviously, there's things coming up. The NFL draft coming up. That's a big one. We'll do something around there, probably before or after, maybe both. So NFL draft, yeah, definitely we'll do that. Big thing, though, this Sunday is we're having another one of the Formula One watch-alongs. So obviously, I now for obvious reasons, I can't broadcast the sound nor the picture on YouTube, nor would I want to. I'm not trying to steal anybody's money, but you can watch it live. Put us on the iPad there, set us on the table, and we watch along. Throw in an earbud, listen, and it's a good time. If you haven't seen, go to our Duct Tape Dynasty TikTok page. That's where I can post a lot of the things from the watch-alongs. Check some of those out. There were some good videos from that last watch-along. Anyway, another one coming up. They're in Saudi Arabia. this weekend. So I don't know if you're a Formula One guy. I think we've talked about it a little bit, and you're not there yet. Maybe you will be eventually, but I would, if you have time, at least check in for that watch along. It's a good time.
I will definitely check in, see what I can do. You said that's Sunday?
Yeah, they have them on
Okay, I'll
Sundays.
have some time.
It starts. I think the broadcast starts at noon Central, so it'd be 11 your time. But anyway, it lasts.
I'll check in.
Probably a couple
I
hours.
know.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I know that tomorrow I'm going to be watching some college basketball because
Oh my gosh,
Montana
dude,
State
March
men's
Madness,
team
yeah,
made March Madness.
that is happening now.
I'm going to be watching some of that tomorrow, as well as getting a boatload of work done I need to get done before I travel and I'm away from home for a week.
Where are you headed?
State FFA convention.
Yes.
In Great Falls.
Okay.
It is a week-long thing, and I will be there the whole time.
You gonna stay at Grammy and Papa's, or what do you call?
No, I'm staying in the Grandma Papa. That's
okay.
What I call them. I'm gonna be staying in a hotel with the school I'm student teaching at.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Staying with those kids.
But you're gonna get together. I mean, you're gonna at least have a dinner.
I'll probably
right?
see them at some point.
Yeah,
maybe.
Hopefully.
I'll probably see them.
Anyway.
I'll be doing that. A little bit of basketball watching. Other than that, I feel like I had something else to say, but maybe I don't. Oh, I do. You mentioned the TikTok.
Yes.
But there are also affiliate satellite pages of Duct Tape Dynasty all across the interwebs.
Yes, that's right. I got to figure. I'm going to have to advertise on this thing. We got all sorts of little pages. Yeah, go ahead. Tell them about it.
Yeah, we've got Cousin Bo runs the 5280 Sports Wire page on YouTube.
Yeah, that's YouTube
affiliate
page.
of Duct Tape Dynasty. That's Cousin Bo. And then there is DTD Big Sky Country, or the Big Sky Ducks, which is the Instagram page ran by myself. I'm trying to keep everybody updated about the show and anything coming up, or if we just see some really groundbreaking sports facts, I'll be sure to throw that up for everybody.
Put our pictures up there again, but whatever.
So be sure to give those a follow. If you guys haven't already that are in the chat,
yeah,
or watch this later, give our Instagram and our other YouTube channel a follow.
Definitely. There's some cool things that pop up on there. That'll be probably my next project. I'm going to work on creating a quasi commercial, just something that, has a few of our funny clips out there and, just lists our socials and whatnot, like the 5280, all the obvious, the full on Duct Tape Dynasty stuff, which is you see on the top of the screen there. I run the YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok for Duct Tape Dynasty. And then, of course, Bo and Andrew here run some affiliate ones that kind of point folks our way. So anyway, dude, all right. We are at like almost a stinking hour. Can you believe it? That happened that fast. What'd you think? You have fun?
Oh, this was great. I would love to hop on again with another show down the line.
You will.
We'll have to see what we talk about for sure.
You absolutely will. So, okay, I'm going to, stick around, stick on the line, okay? I'm going to go to a different camera, so you're going to go away, but I will still be able to hear you. But thank you so much for being on here. This was awesome. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out and watching. I hope it was somewhat entertaining. Again, forgive me, my brain was a little fried on this one, so in the future, hopefully, we'll have some entertaining episodes for everyone to watch. And you know what? We want you to be a part of it. Like I said, it may be me on the screen, but it's definitely you are part of it just as much as anybody else. That's why we're doing it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all those good things. And we're about to hit our outro here with some, we usually list a fun fuchsia fact. This time we're going to throw up some the kind of end of season for last year for the NFL standings. But anyway, enjoy that. Thank you again so much for being part of it. We love all y'all. Y'all are the best. Be well and shoot. Until next time. See ya.